Hello, day 20. I hope you are having an amazing day. We are going to move through a yoga practice today, and it's going to be a little bit more of a gentle and slow moving yoga class, but still sticking to the theme of we're here to move our bodies, right? A little bit every day and one more minute than the day before. So come to a seated position on a mat. Bring your hands up either to your heart, or if it feels better to actually be touching something, ground the hands to the legs or even down on the floor next to you. Soften the shoulders out of your ears. Support your seat by drawing the pit of your belly back towards the spine and feel the very front of your ribs knit in just enough to feel more stable. Not contracting so much that your breath is restricted. Breathe in and out through your nose. Eyes can be open or closed. We're going to take 5 to 8 breaths just seated here on the mat. And I say 5 to 8 because your breath might be a different pace than mine. Right? You might take more or less. The intention, though, is just to simply be here and breathe. Notice if the breath stops or gets restricted, and take another full inhale and exhale. At the bottom of your exhale, you'll draw the palms together on the following inhale. Bring them up to your heart center if they're not there already. Let the breath slowly trickle out of the nose or the mouth. On your next breath in, reach the hands up towards the ceiling. And exhale, turn the palms out, float them down towards the floor. Then reverse that. Hands will stay wide, palms up. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. Inhale, palms together. Press the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, palms to either side of your space. Float them down towards the mat. Turn so the palms are facing up. On an inhale, squeeze and scoop the palms up and in. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. Press the thumbs to the center of your chest. Inhale, sweep your fingertips up. As you exhale, float the right hand down, leaning to the right. Keep the left arm straight, reaching over to the right side of your space. And plug your left seat, your left butt cheek down into the floor. Drop your right shoulder down and out of your ear. And as you breathe in, rise back up, draw the palms straight to the ceiling. Exhale, lean your body over to the left. And draw the top of your right chest open and up towards the ceiling. Pull the right shoulder into the spine. Good. Take a deep breath in and back out. Inhale, rise, reaching both of your hands, all of your fingers to the sky. Exhale, goalpost arms. Elbows come down, shoulder height, and then continue to squeeze elbows into the center of your back, pulling the center of your chest up. Now draw the pit of your belly in as you keep the chest lifted up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, draw the hands to your heart. Meet me in a tabletop, hands and knees pose. Wrists underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Spread wide through the fingertips. On an inhale, ditch the belly down, lift the gaze, and open up through your chest. Exhale, press into your hands around the spine, cat pose. Tip the gaze to the knees. Inhale, cow pose. Draw the belly up, right? Up through the chest, open through the stomach. Exhale, cat pose. Press through your hands and round. One more round on your own, inhaling for cow and exhaling for cat. Come to a neutral spine. Extend your left leg back behind you. So my toes are on the ground. I'm squeezing up through the left thigh as I press through the left heel. Now tap the left toes over to the right edge of your mat. Look over your right shoulder. So as you look for your left toes and your left heel, press equally through both of your palms. And when you do that, you squeeze into the right side of your body and you peel open the ribs on the left. Breathe. Inhale, start to straighten the spine and draw the left knee back down, tabletop. Reset, inhale, cow pose, drop belly, lift gaze. Cat pose, press into hands, press into knees. Look at your knees. Extend your right leg back behind you. Tap your right toes over to the left and peek and peer over your left shoulder for the right foot. Breathe here. Knowing that just holding and breathing in a particular shape that's different than the shape you were in before opens something up, gives us access to something new. Come back to center, lower the right knee down. Now, a couple of options. You can take an extended child's pose, big toes touching, knees wide, walk your hands forward. Okay, it may feel better just to have the forearms down and dropping the head to the floor, my seat staying up in the air. Whichever shape you end up taking, know that you're stretching your backside, back of your hips, lower spine, and finding a sinking in the chest, a subtle opening in the heart. Breathe. Stay here or down dog, pressing through hands and feet, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. And take a breath in. And let the breath out. Walk up to the top of your mat from whatever shape you're in. When you arrive, halfway lift. Pull the palms up to your shins. Press the head forward. Sit bones press back. And exhale, just fold again. Bending the knees can help support the stretch in the back of the legs. Your next breath in, rise all the way up to stand, reaching your arms over your head, and exhale, gather your hands at your heart center. So do that again. Inhale, reach up, and soft knees, exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back for a lunge. Right knee stays on top of your right ankle, working towards a 90-degree bend across the front of your left leg. Your next breath in, step back, plank pose. Always the option to take the knees down for more strength or support. Lower all the way down to your belly. Cobra pose. Inhale, lift the front of your chest forward. Gaze slightly out in front of your mat. Your next exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose, knowing you can press your hips straight back. Take a round of breath in whatever shape you've landed in. Peek forward to your thumbs and step or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, gather your hands at your heart. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Fingertips reach for the floor. Halfway lift, breathe in. And step your right foot back for a lunge. Left knee now on top of your left ankle. Right thigh squeezing up, drawing the right hip in line with the left. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Cobra pose, lift your chest up, eyes forward. Exhale, down dog. Push away from the floor, hips rise. Knowing you could be in child's pose as well, breathe. On an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, bow forward and release. Rise to stand. Reach up, palms overhead. Exhale, hands drop to your heart. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, head forward, sit bones back. Exhale, step your left foot back for a lunge. Keep your left knee lifted if it's more comfortable, or if it's okay on the knee, drop your left knee down. Keep your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Reach your right arm up. Taking a wide open twist, lots of space to turn the navel over to the inside of your right leg. Right? So even if you don't actually feel the belly button move, it's an actioning of turning to rinse out from the inside. You're going to drop your right hand down. Keeping both hands or fingertips on the floor, go ahead and turn so your left shin becomes parallel with the back edge of your mat. Use your right hand, press onto the thigh. Come into this kneeling stance. So it's like a warrior two, but you're down on your left shin. Your right knee stacked directly on top of your right ankle. Adjust as you need. Take a little breath in, reach forward, and then lean into it more. Drop your right forearm onto the thigh. Option one, just reach your left hand straight up. Option two, take it into another right leaning side bend. Dropping your left bicep towards the ear and right ear towards the shoulder. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Inhale, come back to the kneeling warrior two. Exhale, it's a cartwheel of the hands down, simultaneously pivoting so your left toes tuck on the floor. Inhale, step back to plank. Knees could be up or down. As you exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Stay with cobra pose, just lifting the chest, or option to slide your hands a little further back for upward facing dog. Lifting thighs away from the floor and chest forward of the biceps. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Breathe in. Exhale, clear the breath away. Step or walk your feet forward, top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way to stand. Look up. Exhale, gather your hands at your heart. Inhale, immediately reach back up to the ceiling. Exhale, dive forward, pressing your chest towards the top of your mat. Flat spine, inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale. right knee lifted or dropped, take the open twist. Right hand down, left hand up towards the ceiling. And whether your right knee is up or down, soften the front of your hip down towards the floor and then press into whatever's on the ground, feet, knee, as a way to steady across the pelvis. As you exhale, drop your left hand down. Turn so your right shin is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Come up into the kneeling warrior 2 on the left. Breathe in. Lengthen it now. Press your left forearm onto your left thigh, either reaching straight up with the right hand. For some of us, that'll access a deep enough stretch, or reach your right fingertips forward without crunching the shoulders up into the neck, but staying in soft opening across the chest and the upper back. Stay here for another round of breath. Inhale back to the kneeling warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel and pivot your back knee, curling the toes under. Plank pose, down to the belly. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Child's pose on offer as well. We take 3 breaths in and out. Gaze to the thumbs, step or walk, feet up to your hands. Rise slowly, stacking the spine from the bottom to the top, head and neck coming up last. We'll take a balancing posture, tree pose. Right foot lifts up first. Just placing right foot above or below the left knee. So that means right foot on your ankle, your calf, or pulling it up to your inner thigh. Find a single place to put your eyes, right? Focusing on one thing for the next 5 to 8 breaths as we hold this pose and open up the hip. Step your right foot down, pick your left foot up, tree pose on the other side. Where you place the lifted foot may differ from side to side, but you can create the same opening in the front of your hip by drawing the backside of your left knee to the back of your space. Bringing a sense of balance both to your physical body and your inner state by seeing one thing in front of you and just focusing on the breath. Your next exhale, step your left foot down. Meet me in a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, gentle fold towards the feet. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, tall spine. Reversing a table. So hands behind your hips, bend the knees, lift the hips as high as you can. Take a moment to open the throat and gaze back behind you. One breath in. Let it out. Lower down. Bring the hands to the heart. Take a moment to show yourself some gratitude and acknowledge yourself for showing up to move your body for 20 minutes. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day or night or whatever time it is. I love you.